open with the deficit tabletop. What we're going to do is in your hands and knees position, you're going to place your hands in this tabletop position initially. You just have your hips right here over the knees. What I'm going to do is go down to my elbows, and I'm going to go palms up like this. I'm going to push my upper back nice and tall, okay? So I don't want to sink in. I want to make sure I have a light posterior pelvic tilt. Push the upper back tall to the ceiling. Big breath in through the nose, go 5. Exhale 7, pause 3. On the exhale, you can fog up the mirror, a long ha. Stay tall in that upper back, no shrugs. Feel like your arms are pushing out a little bit laterally. One more. All right, now the second one, we're going to use a little bit of height. We've been grabbing those hamstring breaths and using the tailbone tuck and activating the hams. But when I have the elevation now, what I want you to do is try to drag a little bit taller. So as I pick my hips up off the ground, I'm going to find my threshold with my hamstrings to where my back doesn't have a chance to kick in, but I have, basically half to 3/4 height with the bridge. So I'm going to hold that, maintain just enough tailbone tuck, not too much tuck, but just enough. And let's send our arms to the ceiling. Same breathing pattern. And just focus on the hams. Don't grip the glutes. Keeping some of those abs on, sending the air to puff up the ribs. Let's get one more. Pull yourself towards that spot. Don't push away. There we go. Nice, nice. We got that breath. We're igniting. Now we're going to go for the half kneel cuff style. So when I have a knee spot, don't worry about stretching the quad right now. I'm just going to use the half kneel, and I'm going to go tuck under, of course. I'm going to pull this pelvic bone and my pubic bone up to use that post tilt. I'm going to go ahead and cuff the fingers like so, interlock them, and reach forward and act like you're trying to pull those hands apart. You're going to use that with your zip. 3 breaths. Trying to de-stress all that tension from the upper back. Widen those shoulder blades. Push yourself through the sternum. Switch knees. And again, before I'm committed to the breathing, I'm zipping up and I'm pushing myself through the sternum like somebody's pushing me back, but not leaning back into any sort of sway. Here we go. Okay, you'll switch knees again. Now let's just start more of an active approach now with the half kneel. So when you have your half kneel position, let's get the hips cruising to the right as I tip directly to the left with my upper body. And just feeling that oblique rib, thoracic spine getting that tilt. Five solid leans on that one side, and then you may switch to the other. Nice. Now we can use our reach and our half prisoner. Got to have it. So we want to push away from the ground like so. Breathing in as we rotate. Exhale up. Five rounds on the other. Yeah. And we got to get some fold going for sure. So right here, let's cross up the arms. Light unlock, of course, so we don't interrupt too much ham. Let's let the lumbar spine, low back really roll out, flex. Let's get five here. One more. All right, all right. Nice, nice. So I've got a cool single leg movement for y'all to try out. And been just highlighting this one this week. Michelle, you've done this one. So when we have our half hinge, we're gonna arrive at this half fold, and I'm gonna unzip up, of course, so I have that light tilt so I'm not excessively arched. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up my hip and my trunk, come back to the midline and make sure this femur drops low and it squares my hips up. Breath in, down low. Breath in. So you can feel that contraction when you open up, and then feel that stretch as your hips square up and send that inside femur down. 12 per side. Keep that rolling, 12 per side. Let me see how we're looking. Good. Way to maintain half hinge. Yep. Feel your trunk. Complement that rotation just a little bit. Good. Good. Little more trunk rotation, Michelle. Yeah. Definitely throws you off your game, but it's good. It's good. Great test. Nice. Feeling that big toe have just enough grip. Nice catch. This is how the body learns. Really like these. Keep that rolling. Get your 12 per side. Every time I'm really feeling like I set up for that battle arm position. Feel that open up, come back, hollowed out through the chest just enough without dropping the ribs. Rolling. That's always the main setup there. And then with our ground game coming up next, we're going to use a change of elevation press. And that's going to be in your elbow position, whether you use your knee spot or not. I would use the knee spot for the first round so you can really nail it. And that's going to be pillow spot like this. And if we have our stance like so, I'm going to zip up and I'm going to go right, left, finish tall, right, left. And with this knee spot, small lever, you can get 10 rounds on the right side. Really finish tall. And I am going palms flat the whole time with this. Once you get your 10, of course, you'll cruise to the left side. Left, right, turning to that tall position. Nice and tall. Big breath. Nice. And remember to just feel that you live in that zip up position with your hips to protect your back. Good breath in as you go down. Good. Just continuing to flow to get that round of 10. Obliques are on here. Good. Strong press. Yep, keeping those hips down and committed and zipped. There we go. We're working. Excellent. So for your next round, you have two options. You can either do the wall sit and tuck your tailbone away from the wall for 5 breaths, or you can elevate your heels and just do literally a squat hold like so. So I would close my door and do the wall sit, of course, but if I elevate my heels, that's going to help with my ankle mobility while I do my squat hold. So I'm going to hold that zip. I'm going to go into my squat hold. I'm going to stay tall and upright. I'm going to focus on my glutes, not the quads. Don't go so deep where you lose that. 5 times. Big breath. Okay. Weighted squat hold. Yeah. Just a good 5 breather. Perfect. Way to stay tilted. Way to use that ankle mobility advantage there. And just keep that talk to the glutes. Sure, the quads will get tired, but we're just trying to stay aligned. You get your 5 breaths, and then we're back in action on our single leg balance or hip external rotation. Right here, showing my control. Before you start, push yourself through the sternum, hollow out. And we have battle arms, ready to roll. Boom, rotate the trunk, back to the midline. You can still pick a spot and a focal point. $12 per side. Always coming back to that square position. Dropping the hip without arching the back. Love those, man. That feels so good. Good girl. She's chirping. Good. That's right. Feel that big toe. Grab the floor without scrunching. We always play that game. Just enough arch, not too much, and of course not too much pronation. After you're done with both sides there, of course, you can cruise back to your change of elevation in your plank position. And just feel that kind of, that rep range that works for you. Anything in that 8 to 12 per side is really fair game here. You can stay with the knee spot. You can go full, whatever you're feeling. You can do half and half. Show me what you got. That's right. Always feel those hands return underneath the shoulders and just drive that to that position again. Very good. That's right. Name of the game, and keeping those hips square. Using that position. Again, if you catch yourself rotating at all, check yourself. I've got my palms flat. Good, good. Keeping those hips down, committed. Nice. Both sides in that 8 to 10 rep range. Good. Cruising back to our squat hold. Again, you can stay with the heel elevation for your squat and 5 breather, or you can use the wall. No worries. The advantage with using the heel lift is that you're less likely to go extra insta with the back arch. So you use that little heel lift to help us tuck under and to find that sweet spot for your 5. Let's do it. Again, find the depth that works for you. Talk to your glutes. Feel the reach. Looking good. unzipped, keeping your abs. Oh yeah. Good job, good job. You're going one more round. Single leg, externally rotate the hip, open up the hip, come back to the midline. Good. Nice. Great catch. Good job. Cruising through this third round. We're almost there, people. We'll incorporate our weight on the next round for our post fly. Hand bridge. A little more plank work. Opening up other side. Very good. Good. Ready for the last round on the ground game. After you're done with these, change of elevation, plank, getting the chest strong, shoulder strong, all the good stuff. I'll continue with that demonstration. As you can see, you're trying to eliminate any sort of major rock with your hips side to side or dropping the hip. So always replacing the hand under the chest. Breath. Getting that breath. Let's go. Let's go. Good, good. At the top, always try to leave that very light unlock with the arms. Very good, very good. Coming out of that elbow plank position, replace that hand directly underneath the shoulders. Good, good. That's right, that's right. Solid performance there. Locking down the other side, then you may go to your last round on the squat hold. And again, the setup is most important. If you catch yourself in excess forward lean, get more upright, tuck the hip under. That's your home base. Just think about the glutes all day. Breathe it. My stance was a little bit wide. I'm going to tighten up. One more breath. Aha. Good little burn there. How we feeling? First circuit done.
Good.
Very solid. Very solid. We have our weight coming in handy for a single leg posterior fly. So when you have your hinge, you may absolutely use a spot. I have my 16 pounder here, so I won't be doing a lot of post flying with this kettlebell handle, but you have either choice. In my single leg position, I can row towards the ribs and the hip pocket, or if you have a lighter weight, you can use the posterior fly, you can use your spot or no spot, and just use that kind of symmetrical grab there. Boom. Whatever you prefer. Rep range 12 to 15, showing that endurance with plenty of strength. Yep. Good. And can you maintain the single leg position there, Michelle? Good. Nice. As long as you have enough bend to protect the hamstring. Very good. Solid breath. Keeping that air coming in. We have our ham bridge coming up next. Putting a little bit of smoke, a little crisp on that ham. Keeping your hinge, Melissa. Good. Keeping that glute online. Whatever balancing leg you have, that glute stays solid. Yes. And for the opening set here, let's go 2 legs. Let's keep them clean. You know what we need to do? We need to do that tilt off the floor, but obviously we need the height without including the back. So if you feel yourself pushing away from your surface, wall, chair, whatever it is, no, pull yourself towards that surface and get that height going. I'm like trying to pull that futon to my backside, and that helps me kind of police my tuck as well. Because I know if I'm not honest, my back will arch out. 15 solid reps here. Just check yourself. You'll feel your quads get dominant if the hams aren't being recruited enough. Good, find that height. Pull the heels towards your backside. Good, good. Solid, steady. We have our ground game continuing with the lateral taps. What we're gonna do is use the width of our tap without compromising. Yet again, another position in our prone. We're activating those obliques. I'm gonna go wide and outside. Opening set here. You need 24 taps. Upper back tall. Taps are light. See it, see it. 24 total taps. Chest and shoulders over those hands, keeping it clean. Very good. Couple deep breaths, going back to your single leg position for your posterior fly, grabbing your weight. And again, while you're in that hinged position, stay really constituted with the glute. That's what's gonna help the movement sustain. It's thinking about, yes, there's a lot of moving parts, but that glute and that tension with your trunk has got to work together so that everything can move around it. Good. Yes. All the little things come together afterwards, but we have that glute. We have the tension with the trunk. The breath is steady. The big toe grips the floor. Sustaining that. Very good. And we are like right on schedule. We're just cruising for another 3-rounder, getting strong. Nice. Way to pick up the deficit there. Good job. Rolling. Perfect. Just enough unlock. Light spot if you're using it. Fade back. Yep. Nice. With our ham bridge coming up on the next round, we're going to go single leg. Kind of work with me here, you know, feel the volume naturally come to you. Same rules apply. Pull the surface or the futon, whatever you got, towards your backside. Don't push it away. 12 to 15 rep range. Keep your reach. Michelle, you can go arms overhead, rested on the floor for this one. Sorry, Melissa. so, Melissa, go arms on the ground. Michelle, go arms to the sky.
Okay.
Yes.
I've still got my lower back issues.
Oh, perfect. So you can use that reduced range of motion by all means. But as long as you're being honest with your glute and your ham, the low back will simply just be helping. Good. Still need that. Absolutely. Good. Way to keep that tilt on point. Good range of motion. Good control. You can absolutely keep pushing with those palms if you need to, Melissa. Good.
My fall down the stairs was brutal.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
It's like literally busted my ass.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it really could have.
And was there like a tornado of puppies just surrounding your legs, and that's why you fell?
No, it was like I was getting up at like 3 to let them out in the middle of the night, and I was like half asleep. And I was putting on socks to go outside because of all the bugs. And the floor was like really slippery, and I just like fell down on the stairs.
Oh no.
The socks, the puppies weren't even out. I was just a dumbass.
Count your blessings. Oh man.
I fell on my ass at least. I fell squarely, so that's good.
Weight distribution.
Yeah.
So you have your last set of your posterior fly coming right up. So when you have your hinge, give yourself enough bend, push away from your spot to hit your posterior fly or your row. And that's going to be your third final round. Let's go get it. And of course, we'll be ready for our ham bridge and our lateral tap will finish. We've had a lot of ground game here, so I'm just mixing it back and forth and saving that for the end. And we're going to go right into our Turkish get-up variation after this. Good. Nice fly. We're rolling. We are rolling. Good breath. Enough bend with that right leg, Michelle. Sink in. Yep, yep, yep. Feeling the fade back. There. Flipping and ripping. Mm-hmm. Nice. Finishing up those flies. You got one more round of the ham coming at you. Single leg ham, supercharge them. Just getting primed. I'll be doing plenty of these later today.
I'm just going double leg.
That's cool. Absolutely. Protect the back. Feeling that pressure. You can go all the way down, lightly tap the floor, and get out of there. Nice. Good, Michelle. Pulling that spot to your backside. Feeling that reach. Nice. We have our lateral taps after this to finish that circuit. Another 24 tapper. On the first round, we went full plank. On the second round here, we're gonna go elbow plank. So with my spot here, I'm gonna go outside. Maintaining your tilt, just making sure you're not creating a valley. Tall between the upper back. Good, good. Solid tap. Very good. Nice. Get them done. Finish off that circuit. After this, we got turkey time. Melissa, what kind of floor are you working with right there?
It is a rubber floor.
Nice.
We got it on Amazon. It was super cheap.
Excellent.
And you like puzzle it together.
Right, I've seen those. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's like literally like puzzle pieces around the edge. It's really comfortable. It's like about, I think it's like 3/4 inch thick.
Wow. So it's definitely heavy duty.
It's like a couple $100 for the whole room.
And it won't bubble up and it'll, yeah, that's really cool.
No, it pretty much stays down. I mean, you can see a couple of, like if you, like when we run around like back and forth, you can like, I'll get kind of caught on the puzzly pieces. You just kind of push it down.
Right.
I mean, pretty awesome. I mean, you could just get like a space and not even do your whole room.
Right. I was thinking about getting something like that for my garage, and this one, well, and it's mainly because of this next movement. it's because I do prefer, you know, having this rug for when I do my get-ups at the house, but overall, if I had some rubber downstairs, that'd be better. And in this case, you know, we're gonna go with your weight of choice, whatever you got. If I'm going weighted on my right side, I'm gonna go bend on my right leg and extend with my left out here, and I'm complementing with this left arm. So let's just go ahead and go through the Turkish. You can do body weight to start and then weight afterwards if you need to. So I'm gonna go elbow to the outside, and thread, upright. I'm gonna step, make sure I'm zipped up, abs are on, drive that lunge, make sure I'm nice and tall on a pillar, reverse and tear it down, hinge, thread, good stop at the elbow, roll away from the shoulder, and I'm gonna switch sides. I'm just gonna keep flowing on this. Let's just make this a nice little cool down ritual. Other side, elbow, and thread, upright, step, zip, stomp it, tear it down, feeling that hinge, thread, forearm, roll away. Elbow, and red, upright, step, zip, maintaining that zip, of course. And that's 3 down on my way to 10. And thread, up, zip, got my ab, got my zip. Tearing it down. Again, just addressing your comfort level with the weight or body weight. If you have weight in your hand, don't take your eyes off that weight until you get situated in the upright position here. Then you can look ahead. Four to go. Zipped, abs, all the good stuff. 3 to go. Last one. Zipped, abs. Ooh, ceiling fan. There it is. All right. Just a little turkey time. Love it. Rubber floor feel good?
Feels good. Highly recommend. I'll send you the link.
Excellent. Please do. That'll be very handy to have downstairs. All right. Excellent work. How about we power it down? I need, let's see here. What did I write down for the cool? I've got shin box combo for perfect. And quad. Let's do that one. So with your quad, get your knee spot. And of course, you have the same zip, glute. And just focus on the zip there. Place both my hands on my knee, just like that, with a light reach forward. And just focusing on that long breath, longer exhale. Again, always stoked that we can make it happen regardless of the rain delays. This is a handy piece of technology for sure.
Yes.
One more solid breath, please. Switch it.